So, while I'm at this video thing, I've been trying to, get my videos up there and trying to get this thing on the roll again. We had a long break with the Spoken Quest thing just because of school, and we were all busy. There's an issue that has been kind of an issue for females specifically for a very long time. It's not new, it's nothing new, it's just something that I've personally experienced through a friend, through a family member, through different experiences, maybe as a child, just seeing family members go through stuff, seeing things that aren't the greatest. So Naz, this is what we were talking about today. Awesome lunch, by the way. Best sandwiches I've ever had. I swear to God, those sandwiches are so good. Everybody should go to this place downtown. I do not remember the name, which is very sucky of me, but it's near Honest Ed's on Bloor and Bathurst. Naz, when you post a video in response to this, please remember to say the name of this place. Anyways, so I've been talking to my mom. Last night we had the longest talk about this stuff. I've been talking to friends, been talking to Naz as well. It's about female molestation and violence. It really sucks, bottom line. I don't know how else to explain it. To hear it happen to friends and family at a young age, at that, it's just heartbreaking. I don't know, I have so much emotion towards this issue that I don't know how to express it except by letting myself speak about it and get it out in the open to a certain extent, right? So I'm just gonna ask you, Naz, how do you feel? If you're gonna do a response to this video, but what I want to say personally is that it's, especially in our community, it really sucks. It's happened to people, and I've heard stories, and at a young age, getting sexually molested, it's not cool. It's really sucky. I just can't express it any other way. I broke down. It was crappy. It's not fair. It's not fair. Nobody should go through that. And on top of that, the fact of the matter is that society that you go to for help isn't there for you. They bail on you. They're supposed to be there to help you. Like your parents are supposed to be there to help you. But then when you tell them, when you tell them, and then they're more concerned about how it's going to look in society and how much trouble you're going to cause to the family itself, that's ridiculous. Now that's where it crosses the line. Your own mother telling you, no, don't say anything, you can't change it now, you're just going to cause some stupid trouble. It's ridiculous. If that ever happened to my kid, my own kid, I wouldn't let them survive. I swear to God, I would be so mad. How could you do that? You're taking the child's innocence away, and you scar them for a lifetime. It's really hurtful, and you wouldn't even realize it. And the question that troubles me the most is that what goes on in the minds of the people doing this. I understand they might be going through issues as well, but how could you live with yourself? I may not have a scowl on my face, I may not be yelling, I may not be crying, but I'm pissed off. It pisses me off. It's not fair. That's all I have to say. It's not fair. In what society is it okay to take away the innocence of a kid, of child? And that's the issue that we come across with child warfare, child war induction. That's happening, and people are, that's happening, the whole Coney thing with invisible children. That's what they stand for, that's what they're fighting for, and people have the nerve to make it about themselves and being themselves, selfish. People who, are just spreading negativity about things like that. Sure, money maybe spent. It's not that I'm fully saying that I support every single thing. I'm just saying, could you do any better? Did you do it? Who made you the king of the fucking castle to say shit about something that's more positive than you sitting in your happy little castle at home? And you do not know how it feels. I don't know how it feels, but I'm trying to sympathize. Right? I know I haven't been molested when I was a kid, but I try to sympathize because I was raised that way, to help people, right? Whatever I can do, talk to them, anything. And I just find it horrible that people think they have the right to go around and say something like, no, you're gonna ruin the family this way because you got molested. It doesn't matter. You're belittling the situation. What kind of family member, I don't know. I'm not gonna say any more about family members and stuff, because I think your family, especially your mother, should be there for you, right? That's the thing. Some kids don't have someone there for them. So what happens then? What happens to our society? Do we just let it go? Do we just act like, I'm fine, I'm here, sitting in my big old house, I'm gonna act like it's all about the money in terms of, the war inducted children? Both of those issues correlate to me, because it's the same thing. You're belittling the topic because of your selfish concerns. It's upsetting. How could you think of yourself when the issue is not about you? How could you think about something so superficial like money when you don't know what's at stake? Obviously you don't understand it. Like, I haven't experienced it, but I know what's at stake. At least I understand it, because there's some people in this world, there's some people in this world who don't have a dime. Do you remember that? Have you ever seen those commercials on TV? It's not fair for you to say something like that and belittle someone's problems because you don't know what they're going through. You never did. Especially when you don't try to understand it. You have no right to. It's the same thing with depression too. It's not fair. Right? Everybody goes through shit, but depression is a serious issue, and you can't belittle it. Just like child molestation. It hurts. I didn't go through it, but I love somebody and they went through it. I love another person and they went through it. And just to put myself in their shoes, the plight of a woman, now you know what it's about. If you're sitting there and you're a guy, it's not like I'm blaming you, like I love men, you're gorgeous. Men are gorgeous. Especially ones with beards. But you're not attractive. You're not gorgeous. You're not intelligent when you don't realize that your mothers, your grandmothers, your sisters, your daughters, they're gonna go through physical abuse. How does that feel? How does that feel when you know your mother's been, hurt sexually because apparently it was her duty, because her husband has the duty, he has the right to have sex with her. Does he really? Just because they're married doesn't make it okay for him to be like, you're my property. No. Do we live in the Middle Ages, or what kind of bullshit is that? Your sister's gonna be hassled in the streets. Your sister might be raped. Your sister might be drugged and, again, raped, right? Or done something to, or just peer pressure is exactly the same thing as being forced to do it physically. It's just, it leaves the same scar, let's say that. So next time, think twice. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the fact of the matter is, will details make it any more easier for you to stomach it? Am I here to sit down and, help you stomach stuff? No, I'm just expressing what I feel, and what I feel is something that you don't understand. And by you casting it off to the side belittles it. And you ignore things that need not be ignored, or cannot be ignored, because, face it or not, you're a part of the society too. And you complain about equally everything that you don't contribute to. If you want to complain, or have the right to complain about bullshit, then at least take some consideration into it. But when you turn around on your fellow human beings, fellow family members, and treat them like shit in terms of like belittling their issues, it's not fair for you to say anything. What's up, Naz?